I'm Chrissy Brabant, and I live united.
I'm Laisha Oss, and I live united.
I'm Steve Brecky, and I live united.
United Way they impact so many programs in the community, and United Way makes the difference where poverty is one chapter of your life and it's not your entire story.
My son was actually in 3rd grade at the time, and he came home from school, and he was unpacking his backpack like he normally would, and he said, "Mom, I don't get a lunch in my backpack." I said, "What do you mean you don't get a lunch in your backpack?" And he said, "Well, my locker mate, he gets a lunch in his backpack and I don't." And I said, "Well, honey, you don't need a lunch in your backpack." And it finally dawned on me that the child that he was sharing a locker with was somebody who was part of the backpack program. It's hard to think that people that are sitting right next to my son in the exact same school, when you think of people who need help through the United Way or maybe poverty or the backpack program, you think of people who, live in a very impoverished area. You don't think of the people and the kids that are living and sitting right next to your son in school. And so that was very eye-opening. And so then I had to explain to him, why his locker mate got a backpack lunch and he didn't, because that was going to be the only meal that he had for that entire weekend for him and his family.
In 3rd grade, I was sitting at a school assembly, and I was sitting on the gym floor on my knees, and the boys behind me were making fun of me because the $2 price was written on the bottom of my shoes, and my clothing was from the thrift store. And it was kind of at that point that I started to realize that, yes, I did have clothing and I was provided for, but it was in a very different fashion than maybe some of the other students. I'm just so extremely grateful for the opportunity that I have working for Target. I manage the local Target. It's one of my favorite stores in town, and so being able to work there and manage that business is quite an accomplishment, in my opinion, something that I'm very proud of. And without United Way, there's no way that I would have ever finished my schooling. I was working multiple jobs and going to school full-time, trying to finish a degree while raising children. And without that support and that extra help, there's no way that I could have made that happen.
People think, well, is my $5 a paycheck going to make a difference? Is it going to have any difference? It does. It does. What's important to remember is somebody may be making a donation of $5 or $10 a month, and to them that's a big sacrifice, rather than somebody who may be making a much larger amount. So whatever dollar amount a person can donate, it makes a difference. That's one less dollar that we have to raise to be able to help people out. And so don't ever feel embarrassed by whatever you can donate. It all makes a difference.
Your gift of $15 or more can make a difference. Whether you choose to give one gift or give each pay period, your generosity is helping a neighbor when they need it most. When you choose to join thousands in our community to take care of kids, families, or adults, you are choosing to live united.